but you were healed of whatever he prayed about. He just needed to pray twice. Let me introduce the final family that we're honoring tonight, Mr. Tom Quinn.
Mr. Quinn was born and raised in Zanesville, son of Andrew and Anna Quinn. He was employed by Armco Steel from age 18 until retirement. He has been married to Margaret Ann for 60 years. They raised 7 children: Gretchen, Tom, Jr., Carolyn, Paul, Chuck, Francie, and Patrick. He is a longtime advocate for the mentally ill. He and his wife started a chapter of the National Alliance on Mental Illness, where they served as president and vice president for 20 years. He established the Quinn Family Bash, held annually as a social for the mentally ill with food, music, and prizes. He is an active member of hospice. His wife said he was authoritative without laying a hand on his kids. He always said, think the best of your children, and they will live up to it. Tom Quinn, what a dad.
The Quinn family is 9 people living in one house, one bathroom. So we're a very close-knit family. Always have been. And my father also was one of 7, so it seems really fitting that he had 7. It was Dad's interest in having fun that led to the formation of the Quinn Family Singers. We have a family band that sings in the name of recovery from mental illness. And that now has expanded to be all my siblings, as well as many of my nieces and nephews.
My dad is the rock of our family. He's the ever-practical, God-fearing family man. In fact, when I think back over my dad's life, I think about the transition that he must have made. He was the youngest of 7 children, and the apple of his older siblings' eye, especially his older sisters. I remember about 20 years ago when Dad was a sacristan at St. Thomas Church, there was some event at church and he was the altar server, and his older sisters were there, and the whole time they're saying, oh, isn't he amazing? Oh, isn't he cute? And Dad's sick in his 60s.
I've known Tom Quinn for, I'd say, over 80 years. We grew up together, about a block apart from our homes. And I can remember a lot of things about Tom, and one in particular that I thought was pretty good. Somebody in our crowd, probably 12, 13 years old, had a pair of boxing gloves. And come my turn to box, and who did I get to box with or against? Tom Quinn. Tom Quinn never even laid a hand on me. And the only reason why, he couldn't catch me. I had a lot of moments with Tom, and we've been friends forever, and hope to be that way for the rest of our lives.
I'm Margaret Quinn, Tom's wife of 60 years, and they've been a very fun-filled, most of the time, years. My best friend dated Tom's best friend, and so they always wanted to get us together, but we just kind of didn't like each other. And so we always found some reason to get out of it. But one New Year's, neither Tom nor I had a date, so you hate not to have a date on New Year's, so we reluctantly agreed to go out together. And so we went into a party at a house that had a mistletoe hanging from the ceiling. And so we did the, thing that you're supposed to do under the mistletoe. And when he gave me that first kiss, I was sunk for the rest of my life. I love that guy. So Tom has been really a wonderful father. He's a lot of fun. Anyone that knows Tom knows that. It's the Irish in him. But he also was a firm father, and he had his rules, and no one ever tried to break it, to see if he would give him a whack, which he never did, but he gave them enough feeling that they might.
One of the most enjoyable times I remember spending with Dad early in my life was down in his workshop. I was one of 7 kids, the second in line, and chaos tend to reign in the house, and to be able to get away was a good thing. But then to be able to spend time with Dad one-on-one was really special. I remember handing him the hammer and handing him the screwdriver and feel like, I'm helping Dad build something or fix something. And it's a very special memory I still carry with me today.
Hi, Sheriff Matt Loops, here to talk a little bit about Tom Quinn today. When I think about Tom, I think about our CIT breakfast meetings that we have at Bob Evans. We've had several over the last several years, and to come there in the mornings and to see how much faith and how much effort the Quinns put into NAMI and to our CIT training to make a better community for our citizens and to help our law enforcement officers is truly amazing. And I think I'll always remember how much effort they give, and it really makes a difference in how much our law enforcement are able to work with our citizens with mental health issues.
I'm proud tonight to be part of this program honoring Tom Quinn. I met Tom in 2005 with the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, and he was instrumental in the county's efforts to start a mental health court. He has worked tirelessly with Muskegon County, the local agencies, and has truly made a difference in the lives of people in this community.
But the thing I really remember is 8th grade football, the Baby Bishops, and our games were played about the time my dad got off work, so I never knew if he was going to be able to make it to the game. And the whole time in warm-ups, pre-game, I'm searching the stands looking for my father. And I would think, oh, he's not going to make it today. And then about the time of kickoff, lo and behold, I look into the stands and there he is, tucked under his signature white ball cap, still wearing his work uniform. And I knew everything was okay then because Dad is there. Everything's right with the world.
If there's any performers in our family, there are. They all came from your gene, Dad. So thank you for bringing that to us.
I want to say congratulations to you and your family tonight.
Good luck to you, Tom, and congratulations on your accolades here.
So congratulations, Dad. Tom, I want you to know that I'm very proud of you. That New Year's Eve started a whole thing in my life that has been absolutely wonderful. I wouldn't change a minute, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're a wonderful father, and I'm very proud of you, and I love you very much.
Oh, there's a lot of people I have to thank tonight. Number one, thank you guys for getting me up here. I hope you'll hang around long enough to get me back down. Back when my wife and I were hospice volunteers, we would travel to various cities to talk about hospice. I remember one place where I delivered a couple lines of my presentation, and then asked if the folks in the back could hear me. A chorus of voices responded, no. About 80% of the people moved to the back. Oh, no one's moving. I thank the Forever Dads group for bestowing such a great honor on me. Thank you, Mary Ann Busey, for nominating me. This is a great honor. However, I must admit, when I learned of this recognition, I wondered, Does this mean I can't empty the trash in my red pajamas anymore? Now, I don't want to sound like I'm accepting the Heisman Trophy. This tribute to Fatherhood award and recognition like this are more important for the future of our community and our country. As I look at the list of Forever Dad's former winners, some of whom I know personally, I am deeply honored and humbled to be included in such a distinguished group. Any award I receive must be shared with my Valentine, Margaret Ann. She is partner in every sense of the word. She is the heart and soul of the Quinn family and made it one that we can be proud of. I thank the folks that spoke so highly of me this evening. Knowing my friends, I was a little concerned about what might come out of their mouths. Thank you to our 7 kids. You have made it very easy for me to be a good dad. Thanks to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, 6th County, for involving my wife and I in their organization. We have met so many wonderful people through that group as we have worked to fight the stigma of mental illness. When I think about my own father, I always knew if I could be like him, I'd be okay. He taught me not only by his words, but the way he lived his life. He taught me, be honest, share with the less fortunate, work hard, love God, love your fellow man, love this great country we live in, laugh a lot, and have a song in your heart. Today, the Quinn family still carries those values. And so anytime Quinns are involved in anything, music must be included. So in memory of my dad, Andrew F. Quinn, here goes. This is for you, Dad. Once upon a time, there was a tavern where we was, can we start up? Once upon a time, there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or two. Remember how we while away the hours and think of all the great things we would do. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. The life we choose closing, he taught me 3 things that were necessary for making successful remarks. They are: be sincere, be specific, and be seated.
Tom Quinn family, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Quinn. Doesn't it feel good to say thank you? To honor these families and to hear their children lift them up in front of their friends and colleagues. Thank you all and thank you, congratulations, fathers, 5 families, the Moyers. Stand up, the Moyer family, all of you, stand up. The people in the Moyer family, stand up. People in the Moses family, stand, please. The whole clan, stand. Martin family, friends, right here, Martin. Horn family, would you stand please? And the musicians. Thank you very much, and welcome to the Legacy of Fatherhood class of 14, and to join your colleagues and fathers in this legacy group. Finally, at your table,